Hi, you're watching 2 Metres Apart with the Bradleys. We are
The Bradleys.
Bradleys.
Kenilworth's most famous couple. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what you do with it.
Kenilworth's most famous, that's my hashtag.
Right.
And today we will be talking to a deep fact friar who's a local historian and all-round lovely chap who's going to be coming in and helping us decide what the best flavour yoghurt is in Coventry and Warwickshire.
He's also going to be talking to us about how our arts and culture society in the Coventry and Warwickshire is coping and what we're doing to engage artists in lockdown.
Yeah, things have changed really, really quickly. And those of us that are really agile have jumped on board, and they are doing such amazing things with the sitting rooms of culture. We are here behind bars with the deep fact friar. He's in prison for crimes against bad taste, and we'll be talking to him before they're taken back down to the cells. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, who are you and what are you in prison for?
Yeah, my name is Paul Curtis and I am the Deep Fact Friar. And I've been locked up here at this radio station for crimes.
Crimes.
Against
Against
humanity?
Crimes against culture.
That word culture, it seems to be bandied about all over the place in Coventry recently. What do you know about culture?
Hashtag culture.
Ooh,
Hashtag culture. I've been working, I went to a presentation on the 9th of January 2017. That was 1,228 days ago.
Are you sure?
At Coombe Abbey. Interesting story. There was it was the launch of the Culture, Leisure and Tourism meeting in Coventry. I didn't have an invite, so I rang them up and I invited myself. And they said we're full. I said somebody will not turn up, so I'll wait at the door, and when somebody doesn't turn up, I'll come and take a seat. Michael Mogan, we all know Michael Mogan,
We do.
and
Michael.
David Burbidge, DLOBE, he was the man that started it all.
Okay.
Gave a presentation, and I was thought, City of Culture, what a great idea for Coventry. I'm in. And I was sold a tour book by Prue Peretta, aka Lady Godiva, with a map of the city wall. And I went off looking at all the places where the city wall was. I found a piece underneath the swimming baths car park, and I thought, I'm going to be a tour guide. And so I went down the fancy dress shop, bought myself a monk's outfit, plonked a hat on, put it on Facebook and said, anybody want to come on the tour of the medieval wall?
So you're not a real monk?
Of course I'm not a real monk. Look.
He is a real monk.
He is a real monk. You had us going there. You had us going.
It might look like it. It's a wig.
So that's 3 years ago, isn't it?
3 years ago. 3 years ago.
So what are you doing now?
Well, COVID-19,
Yeah.
all tours cancelled.
Oh,
Just about to start the summer season, as they say, and everything cancelled. So, not a tour in sight. University business cancelled. Heritage Association business cancelled. History tours cancelled. Speaking at old people's homes cancelled. Everything cancelled.
Now, you know, Paul, Gail and I run the Coventry Arts Collective, and we're well aware we're in the same situation. There's been all our businesses, anything to do where COVID is in place, it doesn't involve what we do.
Yeah.
So we've taken it particularly on the chin with regards to live events, with presentations, with broadcasting. Can't even broadcast our radio show. So I know that Coventry artists are pulling together creatively to do something on Zoom. Everybody's thing is to learn Zoom. Tell us about the initiatives that are happening in Coventry right now.
So, as luck would have it,
There you go.
Early March, I get a phone call from Mary Courtney, lives in Earlsdon, artist, poet,
Yeah, we know
creator,
Mary.
painter, everything. And she calls me and she said she's made a video with Tara Rutledge and a couple of people from Cov Uni, a couple of animators. She made a video called The Phoenix. You know, outside the yard, the
Yeah.
statue. It's currently looks like it's in bondage. And she made this video and she rang me up and she said, could you help me promote my video? So we shared it out amongst Facebook groups, Instagram groups, Twitter groups, etc. And it went from 200 views and I think it's now 10,000 views.
Wow, brilliant.
So she was really pleased and she was ringing me up every day. And then she rang me up and she said, we've got this new initiative and it's called Sitting Rooms of Culture.
What's it called?
Sitting Rooms. Sitting.
Yeah, okay.
SITTING. Sitting Rooms of Culture.
Yeah.
And I said, what is it? And she said, basically, because all the artists are locked down, they're going to start creating. And there's going to be this massive content. And we need somewhere to share it to. And we want people to be able to share what they do with other people and teach them how to do it. So she asked me if we could get do the same thing that we did with the video, with the Facebook, with the Instagram, with the Twitter. So she approached City of Culture, asked them for some money. Eventually they said yes. And lo and behold, we have built a community of people who create stuff from their home, from their sitting room, or their bedroom, or their garage, or whatever, and they create all kinds of stuff, but teach other people how to do it. And so she wrote me in and said to me, right, you're going to be responsible for building the group, which had about 200 members at the time. And it's now about 2,500 members. In about 9 weeks, we've built that.
And has that brought, I mean, let's face it, most of us who work in the arts in Coventry know everybody, so presumably with that number, there's a lot of people who didn't know about the arts have been brought in, so it's a beautiful way to introduce people.
It is. I mean, the networks of the arts people in Coventry, the known artists know each other. We all know who this person is, or we know who that person is. We know who heads up that networking group. But what none of us knew was all of these people who were at home just painting or doodling or sewing or baking or whatever it is that they were creating. And they all started coming out of the woods. And so we asked people, you know, does anybody know a fine artist? Well, everybody knows a fine artist. Does anybody know a bead maker? And some woman, oh yeah, my friend makes beads. Does anybody know a designer? Yeah, I know somebody who designs. Does anybody know an embroiderer? Yeah, I know somebody who embroids. Does anybody know a felter? And all of a sudden, you found that people, if you say a specific word or specific something that somebody's doing, somebody will know somebody that's doing. So we came up with an A to Z of creative artists, but what we found is we found all of these people that aren't in any of the networks that are just creating at home, and now they've been knitted in to this group. That's my knitting impression. Yeah, they've been knitted. That's a good knitting impression. They've been knitted into these groups.
I mean, that's really positive. That's something that's positive that's come out. That some people who maybe felt isolated or have stopped doing art or just think, now they're kind of enthused to move forward with it.
The stop doers are a massive, massive part of the group.
Yeah.
I used to do this 20 years ago. I used to do this 30 years ago. And now I find that I've picked it up again. Where I haven't done this for 20 years. And now I find that I've picked it up again. And so you've got people from all ages, and the age spectrum is very, very wide, who are starting to do stuff and listening in to interviews that we're doing, Zoom interviews that we're doing with artists who are teaching them techniques of how to improve stuff. Yeah, it's great.
And there is, you were talking before, there is some structured weekly lessons covering different types of methods.
Yeah, I mean, we've been going for 9 weeks.
Right.
And 9 weeks was pre-launch. So it was just building the network and finding out the various different people. Then what happened is, we've identified 12 individual artists who all do different type of work.
Right.
And they're running video workshops. So the video workshops that they're doing are all to teach people different things. So there's a lady that went to school at Bishop Ullathorne. Her name's Kathy Cassidy. She writes children's books, but she's famous all over the world. They're in about 147 different countries. And she's second to that J.K. Rowling woman. Never heard of her. And so she issued a challenge called the Couch Potato Challenge, which is basically write 3 stories or poems, less than 1,000 words, about how COVID has affected you. You send them in, you got a chance of being in a book. Because she just rang the publisher and said, I've had an idea. You've got a lady who had accidentally worked on the video that Mary, that's my impression again. So she worked on it, and she is at Coventry University. Her name's Dana Alexander Chris. And she's said, like, what we're going to do is teach people how to do an animation with food. So get food out of your fridge, and I'll teach you how to make an stop animation movie. Now, most people have got iPhones or Samsungs or Huawei. Very well, thank you. Yeah, most people have got. Is it? I love that one. Most people have got that type of phone, and so you can make a stop animation movie with some food that's in your fridge. Yeah, from watching her video. You then got people like Sherry Edgar, who's quite famous at Coventry University. She's on the billboards. I was driving past one day and I've seen her on the billboards. She's doing making a video arts film, just using your phone and your tablet or whatever, and making a video arts film. You've then got people like Olivier Frank. He does salsa classes, like that. He does salsa classes.
She's a good dancer.
Yeah. So he's teaching people how to dance from your chair, from your armchair. So he's in the chair and he's teaching people how to dance. He's very French, got lots of va-va-va-doo, yeah, and je ne sais quoi.
I like it when I like that.
You then got people like Amy Donnelly. She's teaching people how to take. You know, sometimes when you look on the internet and you see somebody's photo and it looks ace, and then you got your photo and it looks bobbins. You're just like, no!
Yourself.
She's teaching people how to make those photos that you do look fantastic. Whether you put stuff in it or take stuff out of it, how you set it up, and just really, really simple stuff. You then got Mary Courtney, who everybody knows, famous artist. She's going to teach you how to make a sketch workshop from your sitting room. So how you turn your sofa into something else and how you draw it. And then you have people like Kirsty Brewerton, who's doing a pandemic postcard. Not a pandemic postcard, but a pandemic postcard, because you do your pens. You then got Dom Breadmore of Ludic Rooms down at Canal Basin. Most people in the arts circle know Dom. He's going to teach people about post-digital marketing using your smartphone. Then you have, what's his name? Mahendra.
Yeah.
Mahendra Patel.
We all know Mahendra.
We all love Mahendra. We love Mahendra.
Everybody knows Mahendra. Mahendra is going to be teaching you how to make a drum class from whatever's in front of you. So whether it be the window, whether it be the wall, whether it be the cell, he'll teach you how to make a drum thing out of everything. Then we've got Andrea, who is going to do a walking poem. And just so you're going out on your walk, your daily walk, she's going to teach you how to make a note of things and then turn it into a poem. And then last but not least, you've got Beth Appleby, who is the quirkiest artist I've ever seen. And she takes old Coke cans and teeth and doll's eyes and she makes them into jewellery, but they look absolutely fantastic. So she teaches you how to make brooches, earrings, necklaces, just from really old stuff that you can find in any old knack box or something like that. So each Saturday, a video will come out, and it'll be the video of the artist showing you how to do something, and that'll be for 12 weeks. So we've got this 2,500 audience, and hopefully we'll encourage more people to take stuff, make stuff, create stuff, and then just spark that creativity off.
How can people get on board? What platform is it on, Paul?
Right, so on Facebook, you have the Sitting Rooms of Culture Facebook group. It's a group. If you get to the page, you're in the wrong place. Click the group, and you can come through to the group. Instagram is Sitting Rooms of Culture, and Twitter, you can't get Sitting Rooms of Culture as a Twitter account, so we've had to go with Culture Rooms. So, and then we have a YouTube account as well, but those are the 4 platforms, but the main activity is on the Facebook group.
It's nice to know that 2 things, that there's a growing number of artists in Coventry who are sort of coming out and getting involved again, and the community's growing, which is fantastic. And also that people can have a go at different disciplines, things. I mean, I'm going to have a go at a couple of those.
Yeah.
But, you know, at least nobody can see.
You just try it. Just try and do stuff, you know, and learn something new. We're locked up. We might as well try and learn something new while we are.
And hopefully, after the 12 weeks, then we might be in a position where the Deep Fat Fryer might be back to work.
I'm hopeful to do some tours. I'm desperately missing doing tours. It's
we're the same. We're people.
It's that interaction with people, and that's the hard thing. You can Zoom as much as you like, you can Facebook Live as much as you like, but you can't be interacting with people and having conversations and bouncing off here, there, and everywhere.
We're not actually 2 metres apart. We're not actually, but we are at the other side of a triple glass wall.
It's nearly 2 meters. It's nearly 2 meters.
You don't know what an inch is.
Anyway, Paul. I think visiting time for you is nearly over.
It is.
You have to go back.
Have you bought me
I think
anything?
I've
We
heard.
bought you a cake with a file.
Has it got a file in it?
I heard the bell in the kitchen. I think the gruel is coming.
Hey!
The gruel's coming.
The gruel? Oh, what's
You got a
this?
spoon.
Potage!
That's the culture.
La potage.
Potage!
So, prison food ain't what it used to be. So I'm going to read them out. If you let
So
me
what are we
step
doing
back.
here, Gaylita? What are we doing?
Here? We are doing. There's some of the famous cultural demigods of Coventry have created mystical, magical recipes of prison gruel, which is also yogurt. So you're not lactose intolerant, are you?
No.
I'm
We're
not.
good to go, we're
No,
good
no.
to go. So there are 3 different recipes.
Okay.
The first recipe, okay, and I'm not going to tell you who made it till you have it in your hands. So, as with any recipe, like a fine wine or cheese, if you can please have a look at the texture, the consistency, have a nice sniff,
I might have to take my
and
glasses off.
then shove it in your gob, and I'll give you some tasting tips as we progress.
Okay.
So, contestants, are we ready?
We are.
We're ready. Thank you. Oh my goodness me.
There we go. So this one has been produced by Coventry's most famous TV producer, Roze with a Z. And are you hungry? So can you please, it's called, here's a little tip, Persian persuasion.
Persian
Persian
persuasion.
persuasion.
What are you persuading them to do?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Guess the culture.
Go on, what's the ingredients then? Let's have a go.
Nuts.
There's nuts.
Close, yeah. What kind
There's
of nut?
berries.
What kind of nut? Is it an almond?
I think it might be an almond.
Yeah, there's like berries in it as
There's
well.
some kind of berry.
Is that banana?
Yeah,
Ooh. There's a banana, yeah. Have a
definitely
go.
banana.
Have a sniff, have a nibble.
Might be a grape or a raisin.
Is there a raisin in there?
There'd be no raisin for that, would there?
Yeah.
Tastes great though.
Tastes great. You two should get a double that together.
I'm here all week.
I've got banana and, well, is there a
What are
grape?
you
Did you
going
get
for?
grape?
I got a grape.
You got a grape. What? There's a nut. Give us. You need to be more specific. What the nut is.
Macadamia.
Macadamia.
Macadamia, macadamia.
Oh, Macarena.
No. Keep going.
Cashew.
Bless you.
Cashew.
Did you mean you do that?
Bless you, my
Okay,
child.
but can you have a think about now? Cleanse the palate.
Now,
Cleanse
what-
the
what-
palate. Do we let them know now what it was? Persian persuasion, which is designed, and it will be on sale in Coventry Market within the next few weeks. It's got bananas and pistachios.
Oh,
So
you
close.
should have had that, Paul.
So close.
I think the yogurt takes the pistachio taste away.
Ah, there we go. Dish number 2. Dish number 2. And this has been sent in by one of Coventry's most famous street photographers. His name is Neil Catley.
Ah,
Neil Catley.
Oh, Neil. Okay, and there are
He was a
two
weatherman.
ingredients with this one as well.
Yeah.
And the clue is confidence through photography.
Okay.
Which is
Kiwi.
the name of his company. Kiwi.
Kiwi
Kiwi.
fruit.
Kiwi.
Definitely kiwi fruit.
And then the brown thing.
Brown thing.
Brown.
thing. Look at his face.
Is it a sultana?
Is it a date?
Is it
His face.
Is it a date?
the brown thing?
Is
How's
that
that
brown
cookery show going?
Stop it making me cry. Brown thing.
thing? It's an apricot.
An apricot. It's
It's
an
an
apricot.
apricot.
It is an apricot.
It's an apricot.
Have another go. No, it's not.
Look at this.
Fig. Is it a fig?
Is it a bee?
Fig, you
Fig.
deaf banana.
Fig.
It's a fig.
And the answer is
Yeah.
strawberry.
Really?
That is not a strawberry.
I haven't
it
got any. I was
dried
nowhere near that, mate. I was
That's
nowhere
the
near
brownest strawberry.
This one is. It looks like something you'd find in a child's nappy.
I have to say, it was rather delicious, though.
Was it? Okay, plate number 3 on starters order.
What colour is that?
We found it in a nappy.
What colour is that? Is that?
Oh, and this dish is, it's called the 5-tone yogurt.
The
And
five
this
tone.
was sent in by Pete Chambers of Coventry Music Museum. Okay, and the name of this dessert is called the 5-tone yogurt.
5-tone as opposed to 2-tone.
Yes. As opposed to 2-tone. Lip up
Well,
fatty.
thank you, Pete.
Come on.
I can
You
smell
don't see
cinnamon.
It's
Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, close. Close.
Might there be a little beer in this?
Ooh.
Take
The Guinness chucked in.
Guinness.
Yeah, there's
Guinness.
a little bit of beer.
Guinness.
Guinness.
Is it Guinness?
Guinness.
You don't taste that?
Guinness and cinnamon. Are you sure it's cinnamon? Guinness is correct.
Yes.
In
What's
one.
the spice is not quite right though. What's the spice?
Nutmeg.
Yes.
Nutmeg.
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 Well done. He's
Hey.
back.
And the fruity part. Remember, there's 5 ingredients there.
Oh.
We've got
Is that dog hair? I think is that rat poo?
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
I'd say that was
Cheating.
fair. What's the yellow stuff? Is it? It's not.
Curry powder.
I was going to say it's not. It's not.
Nutmeg. Stout. What else would you put with nutmeg stout?
How did you know it was Guinness? Does it have the taste?
I know Pete Chambers.
Does it have the,
I know, Pete
does it have the
Chambers.
taste of County Camden about it?
Maybe a bit of
Taste
County Camden about
Camden
it.
about it.
Hold on now.
There's something exotic in there.
Yeah.
This-
Exotic.
Yes.
It's not cumin. It's cumin. It's the other one. Is it?
Nutmeg.
Paprika.
Paprika.
That's exotic.
Go on, what about the sweet part of it? What's the sweet part?
Honey.
Good shout.
But wrong shouts.
Ice cream.
Ice cream flavoured yogurt. That's interesting. No?
Quite nice though.
Strawberry.
Posh.
Apple.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay!
Another 5-tone.
Apple.
Mango.
Mango.
Nutmeg and Guinness. Right, go back to your cell. We've had enough of you. What did you
Right.
say before you go back? It's a fair cop, Gov.
Do you want a blessing?
Yeah, go on, let's have a blend.
God bless you, my child. God bless you, my child. And God bless your marriage and may your nuptials last long.
Oh, thank
And
you.
can I say the same to you guys? Congratulations and thank you so much for coming on 2 metres apart with the Bradleys. It's been a joy
A
to
pleasure.
have you, sir. Thank
An
you very
absolute
much.
pleasure.
And
God
I
bless you.
accept your blessing.
I'll give you some holy water.
Go on.
I won't.
I don't trust him.